Hi everyone, welcome back to the Soundwave podcast. I'm Amelia.
I'm Emma.
I'm Josh.
Jake.
David.
And today we're here with the Off to the Pier.
Thanks very much.
Hello, welcome. Before we talk to the guys, welcome back everybody. I think the last podcast that we did was with
Trainees.
Yeah, we did it with the trainees. We had a good yap with them about what they've been getting up to with us. We're currently deep in the trenches of our festival season, which is going really well.
Mm-hmm.
We're having a lovely time. So far we have done Eskfest. Is that all we've done?
No.
There's been something else. No, it isn't all we've done. We've done Country by the Castle. Dave is putting on his cowboy hat as I speak. For you listeners out there, you can just imagine that image yourself of what that might look like.
It's a great image, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, and he's got a bandana, dear listener. Oh my gosh.
Going to post office like this.
You're missing out. You're missing out. So Eskfest went really well. That was the first time that we've ever programmed music and kind of had a bit of a space there at that festival. Evie and Tom got us to come through and do that, and it went really well. I think our first time Eskfest went really well. We had a little teepee. It was very hot. It was very hot in the teepee. It was hotter in the teepee than it was outside.
It was 30 degrees outside.
It was
and
crazy.
we were going outside to cool down.
We brought our office fan for the Saturday for the acts so that they didn't melt. It kind of worked.
Yeah.
We're going to buy fancy fans, aren't we?
I had to actually put ice blocks from our water on the modem for the, for the controller for the mixer.
Yeah.
It's working over Wi-Fi and it was overheating, and I had
we are here.
ice packs on the modem to.
I'm glad you brought all that, because I remember one year we played at Eskfest and me, Robin and Ethan camped over, and Sean turned up with one guitar.
I remember
and
this.
without a guitar amp or anything. So I'm glad you guys have got everything sorted.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Sean.
I mean, it was nice that I didn't camp. I'm not a camper at all in any sense of the imagination. So we could come back and get stuff, couldn't we?
Yeah.
But Eskfest went really well.
Yeah.
All the acts did brilliantly. We had a lovely time there as a team. And then Dave and myself and Emily were over at Muncaster Castle, at Country by the Castle.
Yeah.
This last weekend just gone.
So second year of doing that.
Second year Country by the Castle.
Really,
that was really fun.
Yeah. Some great acts.
Amazing acts.
Really
Outpost Drive. Highlight. One of Dave's highlights.
Watch out for them. Yeah.
Watch out for those guys. Country. Oh yeah. Alabama. I wish I'd just talk to me. Just talk like that at me for 3 hours. It was really good. They had
no courthouse.
No courthouse. We were actually doing the sound on the ranch stage at the festival this year, which was the big main stage, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was great new stage that they'd built outside of the front of the castle. It looked awesome.
It looked amazing. So if you're into country music and you're from Cumbria, then that's even if you're not from Cumbria, make the effort to come and support that. It was really good.
We'll give Mountain Ash
Mountain Ash, yeah.
Who organised it. They did a really good job, yeah.
They're a country band from
Ulverston and surrounding areas.
They're very cool. Very cool people, lovely people. And after that, we are now gearing up for Kendall Calling. Oh my God. Is this the third year?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Root stage.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're doing it. It's happening. It's next week. We're not stressing at all. It's all good. We're very excited. So that's what Soundwave are up to at the minute. We've got all our young people in this week to get ready to go through. We're taking them through on a bus to come and perform with us on the Root stage, which will be awesome. And we'll no doubt have full of loads of stories to tell you when we come back on the podcast after that. We might even be recording something podcasty at the festival.
Oh yeah, we might have a go at doing that.
We're going to try and do that.
Amelia will be on top of getting the videos out on Instagram.
Amelia's going to be on content train, so watch out for the socials over the next week. But speaking of events and speaking of successful events, we've got Off the Pier. Not off, that's Off to the Local, I'm getting mixed up with. Yeah. We did Off to the Local with Off the Pier recently. So we've got Josh and Jake in to talk to us today. So thank you so much for coming.
Thank
We
you
just
for
need to
having
get
us.
the ramble out, of all the things that are going on before we start chatting.
It's exciting. We'll both be at Kendal as well next
Oh,
week.
yeah.
We might
Well,
have two very drunken visitors at
Well, you
the
are-
weekend.
you
I'm
are
sure.
We'll have a few
welcome.
on Thursday night.
well, we know that the Northern Threads, Jake's band, are going to be your Thursday, right?
Yeah, 7:15, I
Yes,
think.
that's
Yeah.
correct. I was testing you because I already knew that.
What stage is that on?
The town hall stage.
Town hall.
So get yourselves down
Right
there.
next
We're
to
all
the
going to be
bar,
there.
Which is the bar, isn't it?
Pretty much kicking
Yeah.
off the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
thing, isn't it, really?
That's our little team
Yeah, that's on
pint.
our
we go on a
agenda.
Thursday, so we were
get
like, well, there we
finished
go.
on a Thursday, getting set up
Set
and
up
everything,
and-
and when we're like,
We're
okay,
coming straight to you for
Yeah,
that.
so
We'll
we'll
see
be
you
down
there.
there. Yeah.
That'll be great. Should we start with our icebreaker?
Yeah.
We gave them the dreaded
Well,
question,
I'm not
everybody.
nervous about it at all.
I'll let you start.
Oh, great.
Oh, brutal.
That could be like a good thing or a bad thing, because I could pick 2 of your 3 of your songs, Ian, and then you've got to think of 3
Well,
on the
that's never
spot.
happened.
Go on then.
No, I'll go first. I'll take off. So I think for me, starting off, if anyone who knows me, like, there's always one band that you can associate with me, and that's Milburn. They're a band from Sheffield. Had them on a few times up here. The lead singer's been in the Yellow Well a few times, and they have a song called "Being a Rogue," and I just think the lyrics in it are fantastic. Little side note: the lead singer Joe is he's a history teacher in real life. Is like the coolest history teacher in the world. But you can tell in some of the lyrics in that song, because it's like it links with a few like history themes in it. I have some of the lyrics like made into a fancy print, and I've got them on my wall at home, which are quite cool. Did show Joe once when he was up here, and he was like, "Where do I get a copy of that? Because that's really cool."
Aw.
And then I think the second song for me would be obviously an Oasis song. I'll go for "Stand By Me." I've always liked that song. Don't know why. It wasn't a particularly big song of theirs, but it was obviously a single. But it's not the one that people rhyme off, like the Wonderwalls and all that kind of stuff. And I think I had some real thought about the third song, because I want to be different. I didn't want to just name 3 like proper indie bands, so I'll go down the country route, Dave, for you.
Yes, yeehaw.
This hat's going back on.
Oh, he's donning the hat again, ladies and
Do
gentlemen.
love my bit of country. We went to Nashville a couple of years ago and just
Did
like
ya?
proper fell in love with it since then.
Wow, awesome.
So I'll go for "Hang Tight Honey" by Lainey Wilson. That's one of my favourites.
Yeehaw!
Yes,
Wait, could this podcast just be about Nashville, real quick?
Honestly, best place in the world.
Best place in the world. Oh,
world.
I'm going to mug up.
It's like Dublin times 100 for live music. It's amazing.
Wow, amazing.
I'm jealous. They were great choices, Josh. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Right, Jake, go on.
So, first one for me would be "Wild Horses" by the Rolling Stones. I think there's an ending lyric in there where he says, "Let's do some living after we die."
Oh.
And I don't know, I think it's just like gets you thinking a lot about that lyric and what happens in the afterlife, and some people can really delve into it, which really got me.
Deep one, isn't it?
Deep.
Yeah, very
Jake?
deep.
All right.
Got to sink it now.
And then second one would be "Dreaming" by Bad Nerves. I think when I went to college, we had some kind of assignment where we had to find 4 songs from bands we'd never heard of or genres we don't really listen to, and from there I think I put it into my mates' group chat, and all of them started getting a buzz about them. And then speaking to Danny from the Yellow Well, and he was just like, "Yeah, these are class, let's get them in the Yellow Well." And from there we just kind of like loved them, followed them kind of thing, and sometimes still keep in touch with them. And to see the progress from the Yellow Well now to touring around South America, supporting Green Day, The Hive, stuff like that, just immense to see that sort of thing from them. And the last one would be "It's My Shadow" by Ocean Colour Scene. That's because I think it's more of a dream for me, because me and my partner, I call her my shadow, lovey-dovey sort of thing. But my dream would be to have this house on the south coast and dancing around the kitchen tiles to that song.
Aww.
So that's why I'd say it's one of my favourite, because that's me dream of doing something like that.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah, throw me right under the bus there. I didn't mention Sophie at all.
Shame.
No.
Shame.
She was at Nashville. If that
She was
helps.
in Nashville with
Yeah.
If you want to say something nice and I can edit it in,
Yeah.
I won't.
Live, you say?
It'll just stand out even more now, won't it?
I think it's really nice to get a little delve into people's brains and songs and stuff, and you get to find out a bit more about the people. We can't play any of those songs,
No.
but if you want to go and listen to them,
Check them out.
then go and listen to them, please. Thank you. I know that's stressful. People get very stressed about that. So
Ah,
thank
just
you.
to
Thank
narrow
you for
down
doing
to 3,
it.
innit?
Yeah.
Some people really do lose
Yeah.
their head over it. We've
Some
had a
people
few
won't
little
even answer that
disagreements.
question.
I got
Some
like
people-
embarrassing
no.
ones. I went on my stats and that on like Spotify, and I was like, we just won't talk about some of the ones at the top. Like, there's a few wrestling songs in there that I thought, do I put them in? No, no.
Wrestling songs.
Yeah, like like theme songs when the couple walk down to the ring. I've
Oh.
put them in, some,
Very cool.
Awkward.
Could see what you
What rock
do.
songs like.
See what you do getting out the shower.
I did my own theme song, don't I?
You did.
All right, so we wanted to talk about Off the Pier.
Yeah.
And I guess, do you just want to tell us about why you started that and how you started it?
Candlestick. That night that we said about Ethan and Ben's mum sitting
Yeah,
there, me and
that
you.
probably was the start of it, yeah.
We just came up with the idea, let's put this charity night on. And me, ideas started springing to mind. And I said, well, come on then, let's have a go. Let's jump into the deep end. And so we're organising it all, and we're doing this and thinking about it. And it came to a point of, we can't just say Josh and Jake Promotions, can we? So we thought, right, we're going to have a name behind it. So came up with a couple of ideas, but I think you said Off the Pier, that's the one that sprung out to you, and let's go with that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of evolved into something that we didn't really think would happen. I thought we just wanted a name for that certain show, and then I think I sent you a long list of things we wanted to do, which was like, we'll get Liam Free in the Rose Hill Theatre, and
Still
then
dreaming.
amongst all them things was doing Off to the Local, but I'll let you carry on.
Yeah, so I suppose it's sort of like, obviously me and Jake towards the end were like really involved with the Mighty Booth sort of stuff, and obviously with Danny having kids and everything moving on. And
Do you want to just tell people who might not know what
I suppose
the
so.
booth
Yeah.
was?
So the Mighty Booth were like an events team that have been going for a long, probably like 15, 20 years. It was started by Danny, who owns the Yellow Whirl, and I met Danny via working in Threads, Charlie's Menswears, for everyone else that remembers it. It still is that now. Started working there as a 15, 16-year-old, just sort of shouting bands at him, saying, will you book this favourite band, you book my favourite band, and just sort of carried on doing it. And I was just sort of like the general like roadie, if you want to be, for most of the years, until it got towards like the older I got, and Danny was like, you've pretty much suggesting all the bands, you ever go booking some? And he's always for years and years, and people like Spud from Cumbria Guide have been on about it, saying, you have a go, you do it, put your own hand in your own pocket and have a go. And I think when the booth decided that, that was it, the festival had sort of run its course, that it was like, someone needs to carry on doing it, and took all the knowledge and all the experience I gained from them guys, and they said, I had a drunken conversation with Jake in a pub. There's always drunken conversations.
It's the best one.
Yeah, and it sort of grew arms and legs, and it was Jake's idea that said, I like the idea of like a multi-venue sort of festival, because there's other examples of it, like the Maryport Live. It's this weekend, and the bigger scale of like Dot to Dot Festival in Brighton, or Live at Leeds. And I was a bit skeptical to start with, because I don't really know a lot of like pub owners other than the Yellow Whirl and what have you, but people just jumped on it, and it did really well. It's quite nice to actually say that it did well.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about the Off to the Local event now, it was, from our point of view, I think we've talked about it before on this podcast. It was really successful. I think for the town, and I know that was like important to you guys as well, wasn't it? Getting as many people involved as possible. But the feedback from I know from some of them venues and pubs about the amount of people they had in and the amount of money they made. Because, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but in the back of my mind the whole time, I was like slightly nervous about, because we were working with the Cat, and they agreed to book like, how many?
5?
5. It was about £700 anyways, the bill in the end. And I thought, what if it's like...
It's a big risk, isn't it?
Yeah, what if it's like, it's a bit sketchy on the night, and they've shelled out, they're going to be like really tentative about getting involved again in the future, but they had to close the doors twice that night. You know, and
bursting at the seams.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good problem to have, I suppose.
Exactly. So they made their money, and that was it. So that, you know, and there's no guilty consciences that everyone had been shelling out. You know, it done really well, and it looked like, I mean, I didn't even get the chance to go and have a look anywhere else, but it looked like all the other venues had done really well also. But I think what I found about it when I looked at that overall, the overall schedule for the day, and I've spoken about this afterwards, when you know, when you're thinking things through about how it went, and like it was really successful, and you try and pinpoint what it was that made it successful, so you can like learn from that. And in fact, I was talking to the Arts Council about it after the event.
Yeah.
And I said, when you looked at the schedule, there literally was something for everyone.
Yeah.
On the whole schedule, we had like rock and metal and heavy bands on in the Cat.
Yeah.
You know, and there was like indie bands in that in the Earl. I can't remember it. There was some more rock bands on in the Twisted Tongue. But then there was like the usual pub singers on places as well.
Yeah.
So I've just thought the people who like see this, because the marketing was great as well.
Yeah.
That was going out. The people that see this, who might normally go, this isn't for me. This event is nothing to do with me. Would have been like, actually, I know who that who was on in Badajacks or whatever, and they're like, we're part of this event, you know, and probably like felt included in it, which I think is really important, and important for a town like Whitehaven, where I think it's an issue where people feel like events are coming up, but it's not for them, you know. So I think that was like the beauty of that event. I mean, I don't know about you guys. You'll all have got more feedback from venues than we did. What was the vibe?
I think that normally when you look at the clientele of pubs, which I found amazing, well, from you guys, was you're putting these heavy rock bands in the Cat, and the clientele's more rock bar, but that's again when you're saying there's stuff on for everyone. So if you normally go in the Cat and you think, oh, I don't know about this, and you've got DJs on in rock bar like basically all night. So that was a thing I would like to point out. And I think, well, I said to Josh, why don't we do like a Northern Soul thing in the afternoon in Anchor Vaults? And I think kicking the festival off with that, you had a lot of the older crowd coming in and enjoying some music there, and that's kind of where I think for me as well, walking past the Wellington, I think it might have been 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and at that time town is normally quiet. But my God, you like people in there legless already, and they just throw money at the bars, and that's exactly what this thing was about.
Yeah.
Responsibly.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we're not responsible for them being legless, like, but yeah. And even like the start of the whole day was kicked off by you know, the Soundwave shanty guys down in the market.
Yeah.
It took a bit of getting to get that approved and done with the council, but that's something we can work on next year. And then it just sort of like it flowed all the way up to you guys to like really just have something that, you know, if anyone was, it was a bit like anyone that was walking past could get involved in. But yeah, it was, like I say, it was something for everyone. And the one thing that I don't mean any offence to this to anybody else, it was nice to see that it was a lineup of not the usual names that we have, because the Northern Threads or you know, all that kind of stuff. There was no Jolan, there was no Danny Dunnery, there was no Emma, there was no Flint, you know, like the names that usually are on every lineup. It was like completely fresh. It was great. Yeah, some bands that hadn't played for I think nearly 10 years, like, as well.
Was that for Albert?
Yeah, like, and then obviously it was purely by chance, just because it was kind of like here's our idea, everyone run with it, see what you come up with. There was in the Yellow Well, there was first live performances, I think, for 3 people that never played live before to a crowd.
Yeah, awesome.
And like, they're getting gigs every week now, which is like, not taking any credit for it, but it'd be nice.
It was a real test for them as well, because they've never played in front of a crowd, and God love them, they played in front of a fully packed audience.
It was a big trial by
Yeah,
fire.
it's nice to say that for them, but it's just a shame that you get like the booking bands of a weekend and they're not getting that kind of support as well on just a different weekend.
Yeah. I can't read my own right now, you know. Okay, yeah. So what about, I mean, that was a successful event. What's the crack? Do you think you're going to try and replicate that again?
I think we've got the blueprints now. As long as we've got people there, as long as we've got the venues behind us, I think we can keep putting it on every year or so. I know there was a lot of people wanting it. At some point, people were asking, why don't you do it every weekend?
Oh,
And it's,
I mean, yeah.
I know.
It's like,
My favourite one was
That's
do it every season. Have a winter one, a summer one, a spring one, and a Christmas one. I was like, wow, great idea. Would love to. You never know, in a future years you could, but
build to that, innit?
yeah, like you say, we've it's out there now. The blueprint's there. Whether we might do a bit more like controlling a little bit more next year, we don't know. We need to put out to the public and see what they sort of fancy. But again, trying not to go down the route of just putting the same people on all the time.
Yeah.
Keeping it fresh.
Yeah. And just going back to something you said before, actually, just popped into my head about, which is, I think this is interesting as well, because it was a music day. I'm not aware of any trouble that night
No.
in town either, any kicking off or any
I've
of
not
that.
heard any stories, no.
Yeah, nothing at all, which I think is really interesting.
Even when there was a marching band through the town that had nothing to do with us,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was a bit of a... Didn't know that was...
No, I didn't know if that was planned or anything. It was because I was DJing in the Anchor Vaults, and just a load of people got up and left. I was thinking, am I that bad? But no, just this platoon, like a brigade of people coming past with drums. I thought, wow, it did have a sense of the maritime, but in the street.
Yeah.
I didn't know that happened.
Weird, eh?
Yeah, it was something to do with like the Catholic churches of Ireland or...
Oh, was it the Orange Men? Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the Orange Brigade or something.
Yeah, I don't really know the history, but yeah.
Let's not.
Yeah, let's not.
I think
We're
it
not
just,
a political podcast.
you know, I just think it shows small towns like Whitehaven aren't always associated with places that like are rich in arts and culture and have like audiences that want to show up for stuff and that appreciate like live music and events and stuff. But I think that was like a really good example of how people do want that. And in these like forgotten towns and, you know, coastal towns and stuff, like so many people just came out to support it. There was like hundreds of people like just for that. Then they were coming for that.
I think it was 2 crowds. I think there was people that wanted to drink in the afternoon who came out to watch bands, because my mum even said, she was like, why don't gigs happen in the afternoon instead of night? So I think we had 2 crowds. I think it was the older or people that wanted a drink in the afternoon came out first, and then once they've gone, then comes the young ones who go out of a night time. And I think with the pubs that didn't have anything on during the afternoon can have a look at that and think, we need to get on the back of an afternoon kind of slot.
Definitely, yeah. I think that's maybe something we will, not like say like a rule of some kind, but maybe for next year it will be like you need to have a minimum of maybe 2 acts on each day. One that'll be like you say the nighttime slot, and maybe an afternoon slot, just to give that. Because there was a point at some point in the day, someone actually said to me, "Oh, well, where can we go now? We've been in here for 4 hours or whatever." I was like, "There's actually nothing else on until 6-7 o'clock now." So it's like, oh well, we'll have another drink. But that's but like touching on what Emma's just said there, like it wasn't by any means like a negative at everything that happens in Whitehaven, but we deliberately tried to keep it off the harbour. because the harbour is fantastic. It is our selling point of Whitehaven, but we just wanted to make sure it wasn't just another harbour event, because there is already very successful ones that go on there. So it was nice to get people off that harbour street back into the town.
And it just adds to the offer of the town, doesn't it? It's nothing. It just adds and enhances
they might
the town.
Well, I know I did. I popped into the Abbey's Cafe as well while I was here watching you guys. And I got a coffee and then come back. I went, and that was the idea of it, really.
And you've got your date for next year, haven't you? Do you have it off the top of your head? Do you know what it is?
15th, was it?
Yeah, Saturday the 15th.
I think as well next year as well, with Andy Burnham's new policy where he's just giving 20% cuts on all the pubs and things. That will work really in our favour of supporting Off to the Local.
Yeah.
We're not a political podcast, though.
But, I mean, we're talking about music and pubs here.
Yeah, shout it out. Yeah.
But it's still going to be one day next year, because I know there was straight away a lot of the venues were like, it needs to be 2 days next year. we don't want to run. We're still going to take small steps.
Yeah.
You look at the Maryport one this weekend, that's 3 days. That would be the dream. But we don't want to get straight too fast with it and just build it slowly. And
got to let that audience develop as well.
That's it, yeah. Like I say, the dream for it, this particular festival is in 5 years' time, we'll maybe have a wristband that people buy that's 10, 15, 20 pound or whatever it'll be in them days, and it'll get you access to a big concert in the Civic Hall with a bigger band. But again, it doesn't really need that. It doesn't need to have that if we don't need to. It's just an idea in the background, to see what we think.
And you've got something else. You've got another event that's coming up that's kind of off the back of this, the Yellow Well, right?
Well, yeah.
Tell us about that one.
The moment, you know more than me at the moment. I just designed the posters.
You've been too busy touring and
Are you just
being a rock
being
and
a
roll
musician in Paris and that, you know what I mean?
No, it was said
Love it.
that Danny got in touch a couple of weeks ago and was like, that day was amazing. It's the most successful day we've had since the Euros final in COVID. He says, is there any way you guys would help me brand just a Yellow Well day? Again, a bit like you were saying there before, like a showcase to the other venues to say this is the real blueprint for maybe a full day of music. If you want to put that money into it, this is what you could get out of it, or stick to do. There's no problem what the other places do. So yeah, that's on the 27th of September. Again, just be a full day of music, local music, cover bands, rock bands, indie bands.
I wouldn't mind gutting out the top of the the second floor.
Well, yeah, there's a bit of a plan. We've got the idea really is, if the forecast is amazing, would be to have it in the beer garden, some acoustic acts.
Oh, outside.
So we might need your guys' help with that, because the idea of that would be to have younger talent, just to try and showcase them. And Danny's always said, the idea of it is, I want to try the new people, because if they're really good, I'll give them their own gig in the pub, because he has bands on every weekend, doesn't he? So and that has happened since the last festival. So yeah, Saturday the 27th of September. The lineup's still in progress. I think we've only got 1 or 2 names sort of signed up. We've got a lot of interest, but again, it's all the Yellow Well that's doing the booking of it. We don't. We just do the branding and the the scheduling and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, great. Well, that was my next question anyways, so in terms of Off the Pier, if people want to find out about who you are, what you do, what you've got coming up on anything, where would they find you?
I mean, we've got social media, we've got websites as well, website. So Facebook, I don't think we have a Twitter. On about making a TikTok for short form content that people can look at as well. Instagram, and then www.offthepierevents.com.
Off the Pier Events. Great.
Thanks so much for coming and talking to us.
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you very much.
See you next Thursday in the fields.
Woo,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.